Hello friends, you are watching Haryaali Online. Today in Haryaali Online, I am going to share the very beautiful plant, the very beautiful fern. Actually, fern belongs from the asparagus family, and asparagus have lots of varieties in fern. The hanging fern is Cochin chinensis fern, asparagus Cochin chinensis fern, and in this pot, which you can see, this is the asparagus foxtail fern. This plant is called foxtail fern due to its shape. As you know, foxtail is also like the long and furry, so that's why this plant has so much resemblance with that. So this is called the foxtail fern. Lots of varieties of fern produces some berries, some flowers. Even the Cochochinensis fern, which is in hanging planter, it also produces the flowers and berries. The variety which you can see at this time, this is very beautiful, very soft, furry plant. This is the Asparagus plumosa. Asparagus plumosa fern always like to be grown in the very bushy shape, as you can see here. The very bushy plant, the very soft in touch and very light in weight. If I talk about its native, so it's originally from the Europe, North Africa and Asia, where it grows wild along the seashores and river banks. All the varieties of ferns are very beautiful and so attractive. No doubt this is the very best addition in your garden, in your hanging plants, in your pots, where you want to keep it. While having lots of queries regarding the fern that people are not able to have them in their homes, this plant in a very good condition, in a very healthy condition. So what is the reasons behind it? I will discuss here each and everything. No doubt you must have any big issue while having this plant, so I will discuss here. Be with me till the end of this video, then you will come to know that how can you have this plant at your home. As I shared with you that there are so many varieties in fern, let's see some in them. These all were those fern which has very soft and furry leaves. You will find some thorns also in these all. In their favorite weather, they produces some berries and some very little white flowers also, which looks very beautiful and pretty in this plant. First of all, I will discuss about the sunlight for this plant. Basically, this is the sun-loving plant, so you have to place this plant where it can get high bright light, very nice sunlight. If I will say the whole day sunlight, so it will be very best for this plant. Sometimes what happens that it is impossible to provide the whole day sunlight. So in that case, you can provide the half day sunlight, because asparagus needs at least 8 hours of sun per day. But while this, do remember, in the very scorching days, if it will get the direct sunlight, so it will have the sunburned patches. You will find very dry leaves on it, and this plant will definitely burn by the rays of heavy sun rays. So in those days you have to provide the partial shade. As you can imagine, in these days, this is the February, in these days there is very light sun rays, so it is not harmful for this plant but necessary. In scorching time period, it is not good for their health, so you have to provide the partial sunlight. Asparagus fern grows best in humid environment with moist soil. So always try to give the very rich in organic matter. You will maintain soil media which should have the cow dung compost, coco peat, garden soil. Only the combination of these things will make the very perfect soil media for this plant. With these ingredients of soil media, your plant will be very happy. If I talk about the water schedule for this plant, do remember this is the moisture loving plant. When your plant is moisture loving, always try to have the misting, because misting will create some moisture, some moist environment around it, which will be very much beneficial for your plant. You must have observed one thing, that all the fern remains very happy in the rainy weather. They grow very well in that weather. What is the reason behind it? The reason is behind it only because in rainy weather the lots of moisturizer you will find in environment. That's why these all plants remain happy. If there is no rainy weather in your area, so what should you do? Or you have the dry weather. In both cases, what can you do? Take a tray, have some pebbles on it and pour some water in it. Now you will keep your this planter on those pebbles. What will happen, that the water which you have taken in your pot, it will be evaporate. In that case your plant will find some moisture in environment, in air. It will be very beneficial for your plant. You can test it. Most interested thing for the gardener is using fertilizer, because they want to see their plant very heavy and healthy. They want to see the very high growth in their plants. That's why using fertilizing is the very favorite work for the gardener, as I do. So having the cascading foliage will quickly fill a container. Always use Epsom salt and tea compost with this plant. Epsom salt and tea compost, they both are the organic fertilizers. Always try to use the organic fertilizers in your plant. They give the very fantastic result in your plant. High quantity of fertilizer will damage your plant. Always create a good gap in your next fertilizing. You should have 10 to 15 days gap. Friends, there are so many plants which you can keep at your home in your favorable shape. Fern is also one in them. You can have your desired shape in fern. If you like to have the bushy plant, so you should prune your plant. If you want to have the big plant, so let it be grown as it is. I like bushy plants, that's why I will prune this plant. I will cut it, and how much I will cut it, how much I will prune my plant, that much it will give me the good growth, that much it will cover the full planter from every corner, so it will be very bushy and healthy plant. So you can see here how much long stems I have cut, because it is going to be double in shape and size. If you want to propagate your plant, its propagation is so simple and so easy. You have to do nothing, just you have to multiply your plant. You can see there these stems. Take a single stem with its root and you will give the good soil media and it will start its growing. Now your propagation has been done. So my dear friends, it was my little effort regarding the fern, regarding the asparagus fern. I have shared here 3 varieties at my home, and I have tried to share some more varieties by the pictures. Keep watching my channel. Thank you very much to support me. Have greenery around you. It is very helpful for your health. Take the very best care of yourself. Bye bye.